Namaste, I'm Karthik Raman. I'm a faculty at IIT Madras, and I also, in my spare time, I work a lot on typesetting Sanskrit documents and so on. And I use a number of tools to typeset these documents. And my idea today is to give you a very quick demo of how one can easily typeset Sanskrit documents in using a lot of tools that are available today. I'm going to give you a brief overview of a few tools, beginning with what's known as Mudgala IME, a beautiful input method editor that was developed by Ajit Krishna, followed by how we can use XeLaTeX to typeset Sanskrit documents. And if you have an old copy of a book from which you want to typeset a shloka or something like that, you may want to use OCR. So I will quickly show you how you can use OCR as well for this process. And if you want to translate between multiple lipis, which is it may often be required, and for that you can use a very beautiful tool called Aksharamukha. So I'm going to give you a very quick overview of all of these today. So let's see how it goes. Let me share my screen. So let us create a new project on Overleaf. So I'm going to create a blank project and I'm just going to call it Shloka Demo. So here is the project. So a couple of things to do initially is to upload a few fonts. So I'm uploading these nice fonts. There's the Adishila, there's Agastya Serif, Noto Serif Grantha, and Sanskrit 2003. Let me upload these fonts to the project. And I also need to make sure that it uses XeLaTeX for compiling, not just PDF LaTeX. And now let's look at a simple task wherein let us encode the classic Mahaganesha Pancharatnam by Sri Adi Shankaracharya. So here it is. So this is the first verse of this beautiful stotram. And I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And I'm going to now go to ocr.sanskritdictionary.com. This is a very powerful tool. You can actually use Google Docs to do this whole thing. It's the same. I think this uses the same Google Docs engine. So in Google Docs, you can upload a JPEG file and open it in Google Docs. Right? You upload an image file on Google Drive and you open it in Google Docs. It just works similarly. But let's just paste this image here. I'm just going to click Control V, and here you go. The image has been pasted and it is being converted. It has been converted. I'm going to now paste this not into, I could paste it into this file too, which is fine, but I want to clean up some formatting. So I'm going to paste it into Visual Studio Code. You will see that Overleaf is not very friendly in terms of working with Unicode and so on. So let us just put line breaks and things like that and see if there are any errors that need to be fixed. Modakam Sada Vimukti Sadhakam Kala Vidhavatam Sakam Vilasi Lokarakshakam Nashikam Natashu Nashakam Navamitam. Well, there are no errors, but I still need to give you a demo of Mudgala IME. So I'm going to just fire it up. And so this is a beautiful input method editor. And all you need to do is to tap F11 and you can start typing in Sanskritam. So let me I can type in here directly. I'm now in Devanagari typing mode. So let's go Mahaganesha Pancha. I'm using itrans encoding. And okay, so let us maybe, make this. Now let's switch to English, Latin input, text BF to make it bold. And let me copy this text and put it here. And now let me compile. You will see that it probably does not show up. It doesn't show up because you haven't used the font. So now let us just include the font. Let us say /font spec. And let us use Adishila, which is quite beautiful. And you also have to say script equals Devanagari. And now let us compile again. I have to use package font spec. There you go. You can see that this has now compiled. Let me zoom in a little bit and show you. Maybe we can use a better font size. That will make life easier. And could probably put in some line breaks. There are ways to typeset it even better. I can show that to you later. But here you go. There is the indentation and all is because of LaTeX usual thing. You can probably turn it off. But there you go. You have now typeset this verse very nicely in Sanskritam. And this wasn't very difficult at all. And you see that the OCR worked so beautifully. I wasn't expecting it to be this perfect, especially when you have a very old scan like this, where lots of the anuswaras can get lost and some of the samyukta aksharas can also be a challenge. But nevertheless, I think this worked out quite well. So that's about the first part of what I wanted to show you. The next thing I would like to really show you is this beautiful tool called Aksharamukha, which is developed by Vinod Rajan and colleagues. And let us just see how we can take this document and just flip it into a different script altogether. So let us go here and so let me pick this. I'm picking Devanagari, and they have this nice script called Tamil Extended, which is an old version of Tamil, which accommodates a lot of the other characters such as the Mahapranas and so on. And let's copy this and now come back to, of course, you'll see that, there is this slightly hacked idea. So it uses the Malayalam code block for doing this. But nevertheless, so I will use script equals Malayalam. And the font name now is Agastya serif.otf. Hope this works. There you go. Okay, I think you will miss some of the line breaks again. You see, overleaf is not very Unicode friendly, but you can always edit it elsewhere. So there you go. So there are ways to format it better and use better fonts and so on. There are other macros that are available for LaTeX. You will find that on my GitHub repository at Stotra Samhita. You see that in the background. And I'll also, quickly show you another of my websites, which is Stotra Samhita. Suppose you wanted to do this with Telugu, right? You can just pick a particular shloka, like say Shashti Devi Stotram, or you can even go back to our Ganesha Pancharatnam, and you can view it here in different scripts. So you can just copy one of these and again, put it here in typeset. The point I want to emphasize here is that there are JavaScript-based tools that let you transliterate on the fly between different lipis, and this makes life very easy for those of us who have varied preferences towards different lipis and may not be so familiar with Devanagari. For those of us who are familiar with Devanagari, of course, it's quite there are already, you know, there's a lot of content out there in Devanagari, but if you want to view this in different lipis, you can use tools such as this. And now this website is quite old, but now sanskritdocuments.org already supports all of these lipis out of the box. So that's all I wanted to give you a quick demo of today. So I hope you enjoyed this demo, and I would really like to thank all the authors who developed everything here. So almost none of the tools I've shown you today are my own, but I use these tools regularly to build and typeset documents, and I thought there are many others who would be interested in building and typesetting these kinds of documents. So to recap, I just showed you how you can use Overleaf online and use XeLaTeX to typeset Sanskrit documents. There are nice macros you can use on top of it. So reach out to me if you would like to hear more about that. And we used a classic scanned copy of Vanivila's press PDF of Adi Shankaracharya's Stotram, took a screenshot of that, put it into Sanskrit OCR, the website, and we came up with almost actually perfectly recognized text. And that text, we put it into Overleaf. We just had to add a couple of fonts. And then we also could flip it to a completely different script, like an extended version of Tamil using Aksharamukha. And we could compile it and produce a nice PDF. So there are many other uses for these tools, but I think this would have given you a quick demo of what's possible or how easy it is today to typeset documents in Sanskrit. Thank you.